Hello ASF fans and the like, whoever's watching this, but most likely it's going to be ASF fans. I have a much needed update, obviously, because, well, I may as well take it from the top, the current situation, because of the events at Mascot Mania. We didn't exactly foresee me turning heel, put it that way. So we didn't know that the show would be continuing after that, or at least, you know, we'd have a break and then do season 2 and then start that. But because I turned heel, of course, it furthers the storyline of everything else, without trying to give away any spoilers, even though probably I don't need to. But I'm talking about with the anti-heroes and Raw and everything. So obviously it needs to be closed off. So the reason things have been late is we didn't plan anything after Mascot Mania. Basically we just said, right, we'll sort it out when the time needs to be, when season 2 comes around. Because season 2 is going to come around, but I'm going to change the format of the way it's being delivered, so it's not so much stress on my life, because it's become a part of it more constantly than I've realised, and now I'm, you know, obviously boiling over making it, so I'm going to try and make it more simplistic of how to make it when it comes to season 2, but it will be a season 2. Just build a hope for that, but it probably won't be for a little while, because I've still got to finish this now. But the reason, so we had nothing written or scheduled or planned or anything. You know, we did kinda, but we didn't know I was going to turn heel, and then at the last minute I did. In terms of storyline, that's the one thing that people need to stop being confused by. Not that you are confused by, but I just want to double check that the persona that being Mr. AKI is just that, a persona. I mean, he was pretty much acting like I would. But the heel me is clearly, obviously not going to be acting like I would. It's going to be a lot of fun just experimenting with that character in that situation. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to what I'm going to deliver. And of course, I don't even know yet on the whole, because we're going to see how this is going to be incorporated into the storyline. So we're still basically working that out. We have set in stone a few things, and for those things that have been set in stone, I've already recorded in advance. And I'm talking about like every single show, because I want to get this, I want to get it, anything that I can get done, I want to get done. So that's all being done as we speak, or as I speak, or whatever. So anything that's set in stone and we're fine with this, we're happy to carry on, I can record it, and then it can be done and out of the way, and then I can add it to whatever needs to be added later on. But there are other things that are in flux, because I'm like saying we could do this better, or this could happen, or this could happen. By the way, I did post a video up ages ago, it seems like now, about the whole Alex interviewing the heel AKI, and that is still going to happen. Don't worry about that, but that's going to be on the Raw show. I think people got confused. I think people thought there was just going to be like an interview as a one-off, but I'm actually going to have the interview on the first episode of Raw that I put up, obviously. So that'll be a part of the show. That's all pretty much I've got to say on that front. I'm just trying to keep you guys in the know of things, of how things are going, but don't worry, nothing will be put on hold for much longer. But the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about on that front is there will be something else before Raw. Me and Eggman got the idea that we've been doing a behind the scenes stuff, in like the gap that we had, and I was thinking, well, why don't we do a behind the scenes for Mascot Mania? But not only Mascot Mania, but the shows leading up to Mascot Mania, as well as everything else in general. I was thinking, like, you know, just the history of how I got into wrestling and everything like that. Because I want to try and kill all the 5 hours that we that we have for the event, because we were having trouble trying to find out a thing of things to talk about when it came to the other behind the scenes. So I want to try and use all that time as much as possible just to tell you guys, you know, the world I come from and everything like that, and why I like wrestling, let's say. But yeah, so that's going to be, we're going to be doing that on Thursday this week. So what I'm going to ask for you guys to do, here's how you can jump in on the bandwagon, as they say. And I don't have mind doing that. But if there's any questions that you want to ask me, just anything about wrestling, I mean, just anything. I was even contemplating we could do some top tens. Like, give me a top 10 of anything. I mean, anything. It could even be ASF associated. It could be anything you want. We can throw in spoilers for what we do have planned set in stone, but it won't be much. But we could do that, and but yeah, we could do top 10s, like, I don't know, top 10 WrestleManias that I like, or top 10 WrestleMania matches, or anything associated with wrestling, top 10 TNA matches, or top 10 TNA stars, or whatever comes to mind. You can even use those if you want. If you want to be, want to just steal from me, I have no problem with that. But yeah, that's to come. But we'll be doing that on Thursday, so make sure anything you want to ask to be included in the video, that it gets asked by Thursday, because that's when we'll be recording it. I think that's about it. But yeah, things should be back on track soon. It's just, I wanted, you know how much of a perfectionist I am, or at least some of you do. But yeah, so that's the reason the show's been on hold, because we haven't got anything, or we've only got half of the show planned, or half of the shows planned. I don't want to suddenly go in one direction and then it feels like this is the wrong way to go about it. I want to make sure it's perfect from start to finish, just so we can round off season 1, and then when season 2 comes out, we can just say it's a brand new slate, it's a brand new canvas for us to paint the way forward, so to speak. So that'll be awesome. So, because I don't want to leave me being a heel, that big twist at the end of the show, to be on such a high, you know, a big hiatus, even though it's on a pretty going to be on a fairly big hiatus, but not as big as if we were going to just start a new season. Because obviously we want to plan all that out, which obviously will take longer than just closing off a season. Because I like to plan ahead at least until a certain point, and then plan on from there again. So yeah, that's the issues I'm having right now. But expect the show. The recording will be on Thursday, and I plan to hopefully get it up, I don't know, maybe on a Friday night or sometime over the weekend, for the behind the scenes thing. So like I said, if there's any questions, I realise I'm repeating myself, but hey, it gets embedded in your head better that way if you repeat things. So if there's any questions that you want us to answer, just go ahead and ask it. I mean, anything associated with wrestling, I don't mind. Anything associated with the ASF, anything associated with TNA, with the WWE, with Lucha Underground, I don't give a shit. Just ask it. I will try to. We will try to answer it as best we can, but we don't know everything, but we know a good amount of stuff. So yeah, I look forward to doing that, and that's gonna call it a wrap. But thanks for the patience and everything regarding the show. But we're working on it as hard as we can within the time that I'm allowed to do it in. Because we're always bouncing ideas around. So until something clicks into place and we're like, this is definitely what should be done and what we want to do, then it won't be done yet. But we'll try and keep you adrift on how progress is made. I mean, we've got pretty much half of it done right now, because there were some matches coming out of Mania where we knew what the next stage was. So those have all been set in stone, and we know what to do with them and where they're going to go. So those matches have all going to be recorded. Either they've already been recorded, or they're going to be recorded in the future, as we work other stuff out. But yeah, no delays whatsoever. even though it is delayed. But you know what I mean. In terms when I start doing the shows again, they will come out probably more consistency, seeing as I'm doing everything in advance. So that's something to look forward to. Because I want to close season 1 off, like completely end this whatever's going on. I didn't know I was going to turn heel, but I'm looking forward to it. Ooh. But yeah, thanks for the patience and stay tuned. And that's the best way probably to wrap this video up. But yeah, thanks for listening and taking the time out to hear the ordeals we're putting up with. And again, if you have any questions to ask about wrestling in general or the ASF or anything, top 10s, just throw it at me. I won't read any of the comments in the comments section until Thursday, so surprise me, because I'll be reading everything out. Like there and then. I won't be reviewing it and then reading it, I'll just be reading it. So yay, no holds barred. So bring it on. But that's going to be recorded on Thursday, so make sure you get all your questions and whatever out by then, otherwise they will not get answered. So I'm going to say goodbye because I'm rambling, but now you know everything, so good. I'm going to shut up. Goodbye. Goodbye. And thank you for your patience again. The show will be coming back, trust me. Alright, goodbye. Right, I'm going for sure now. I'm never good at saying goodbye. I'm good at saying hello and then going on, but I'm never good at saying goodbye. Right, I'm going. Goodbye.